Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob. This video we're going to talk a little Transformers 4, the Age of Extinction. Okay guys, welcome back. So Transformers 4, very popular movie series by some. Others do not like it. More the hardcore Transformers G1 fans and Beast Wars and all that kind of good stuff. And you know, the Transformers movies, look, let's break down the bad, okay? No plot, okay, or very simple at best. Not very creative in terms of Transformers alternate, forms. I mean, the robots are fine. I have no problem with the robots. Too many cars. I mean, I would have loved to have seen the aerial bots play a role at some point in the series. Yes, it's nice we're getting the Dinobots, but it took 4 movies to get them. I understand Megatron not being able to turn into a gun because Hasbro, they didn't want to do that anymore and things of that nature. And that's fine. But to make every robot a car, I mean, even the new movie, Galvatron, is going to be basically like Optimus Prime. He's going to be a big-ass truck. Not very, excited about that. I can understand if he's not a gun. Okay, I can understand that. Now, I don't know if there's supposed to be a trailer tomorrow or not. I believe there was. I know it's on Alberta Film Rating. It was listed on the 27th of February. So I heard rumors in the wind that there was a trailer tomorrow, but I think what's going on tomorrow is E.T. is going to have a sneak peek, and I think that's what I probably got confused about. So if we don't see a trailer tomorrow, that's why I confused it with the sneak peek on E.T. I haven't heard anyone else talking about it, so I must be wrong. But obviously, if by some chance a trailer drops tomorrow, I'll definitely do a review about that. So, this movie, we've seen very little. We saw one little trailer in the Super Bowl, and, I thought it was pretty good. You couldn't see a whole lot, but it looks decent. Some people are asking if the big ship behind Deathlock, I think it was, no, not Deathlock, excuse me, I have the name right here. Lockdown. Excuse me. I'm confusing Deathlock Marvel. Lockdown. Though basically the robot who came out of the ship and appeared to shoot Optimus Prime, but trailers can be cut in a funny way where it appears that way and it's really not. So there's this big ship behind him, and I saw some article with the guy asking, or some blogger talking about whether or not that was Unicron. And quite frankly, I don't want Unicron in any Transformer movies. I got to be honest, I don't, because it's not going to be done right. It's not. I mean, we all remember what happened with Galactus in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. That was a joke. Obviously, they have trouble trying to make a giant being come upon Earth and consume it or transform and basically put its foot on Earth and its height exceeds the atmosphere. Okay, I can understand that to a certain extent. But, I'm looking at the roster here. Okay, so we got Optimus Prime's back, Bumblebee, Hound, who's going to be some big-ass truck. Okay, I've seen pictures of that, so, okay, I'll accept that. Crosshairs, who's supposed to be a Corvette. Drift, who's supposed to be a Bugatti Veyron. I think it's Veyron, V-E-Y-R-O-N. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Then we got the Dinobots. We got Grimlock, of course, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Strafe, who is the two-headed Pteranodon, who I thought at first was like, I thought it was Swoop, and I didn't see the second head the first time I saw the trailer, and then when I look back, it's 2 heads, and now it's confirmed here. Slug, who's going to be the Triceratops, we all know that. Scorn, who's going to be a Spinosaurus, and Slash, who's going to be a Velociraptor. And those are your Dinobots. Now, the question I'm starting to think of is, are these Dinobots going to be Autobots? Are they going to be neutral? Are they going to be Decepticons? Obviously, we can say that Optimus Prime is riding one, so maybe they're Autobots. But maybe they're not going to be distinctly Autobots. Maybe they'll be their own thing. kind of like the cartoon. You know, Grimlock wanted to be leader of the Dinobots. He was essentially leader of the Dinobots, but they were part of the Autobot faction. But still, everybody considered them Autobots. Where this movie, it may be the case that they're just individual robots that don't have any alignment. Because when you look at the list here, they clearly list Autobots, Decepticons, and Dinobots. So they separate them from both factions. So that should be interesting to see. Don't know if I'm right or wrong. It's just a speculation. So now we have Galvatron, who, like I said, is going to basically transform into a Freightliner Argosy. Lockdown is going to be a Lamborghini Aventador. Cyclonus is going to be in it, but they're not saying what he's going to transform into. He's just listed as one of the Decepticons. And then they have unlisted by name, a white Chevrolet Sonic RS, a silver Trumke E-Jet. So it's probably, well, it says E-Jet, so it's probably just one of those economical cars. And then a white 2013 Chevrolet Camaro. I'm speculating that the other Camaro is going to be Cliffjumper, because those three cars are not listed as Autobots or Decepticons. They don't have a name. All they are descriptions of what cars were seen on set. And, you know, if they brought in Cliffjumper as a white Camaro, that would kind of make sense. Play a little homage to G1. Cliffjumper and Bumblebee were both Beetles. One was red, one was yellow. So who knows? Just a guess. Just a wild guess. And then there is a black rally fighter with a skull logo. Maybe that's one of the Stunticons, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? So then some of the other things to talk about here is Ratchet and Leadfoot vehicle modes have been seen on set, though their inclusion in the film has yet to be mentioned or confirmed. A Chevrolet Suburban similar to the Dreads alternate modes has been spotted on set. For the production, 2 identical instances of each vehicle is obtained. Blah, 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 we all know that. So, yeah. Yep. And it looks like Brains might play a little cameo. I think Brains was the other miniature robot from Dark of the Moon that was hanging out with Wheelie. So, you know, I mean, I think obviously they're going to be some. I mean, there's going to be more Decepticons than those 4. I'm almost assuming that the cars that are listed there that don't have a designation are going to be Decepticons. Either that or the fight here is going to be the fight of who controls the Dinobots. You know, I mean, again, just speculation. I don't really know. I'm probably right. I can't assume that this is going to be a very difficult plot, so I may not be far from the truth. But who knows? You know, we really don't know. We haven't heard too much. There's been so much surrounded with Spider-Man, X-Men, Godzilla, Captain America's around the corner. You know, Transformers is kind of falling behind, and you know, nobody's really paying attention to it. Obviously, a lot of people are going to go see it. It comes out in June, so it comes out after that big melee of early summer blockbuster movies, and it comes out before Guardians of the Galaxy. So because of the development of the franchise, and because there are still Transformer fans out there who are not completely hateful towards the series, as some hardcore Transformer fans, and then you have the general audience. So it's going to make its money. It's going to do its 350, 400 easy. You know, and then the cast, you know, the cast is, it's completely overhauled. I mean, we got nobody, from what I see here, nobody from the original trilogy. So we have Mark Wahlberg, as everybody knows, Nicola Peltz, Jack Rayner, Stanley Tucci. He's a good actor. You know, Stanley Tucci's not a bad actor at all. He's in this movie. Sophia Myles, Kelsey Grammer. T.J. Miller. A lot of people would probably recognize T.J. Miller from Cloverfield. He played HUD. Titus Welliver, it looks like there. So, you know, I mean, not an all-star cast, but some pretty decent actors in there, you know. So, you know, look, Transformers, look, it's not what everybody wants it to be. You know, it's not your ground, you know, it's not G1, okay? We know that the robots don't look like that. They're not going to, they never will. I'm fine with that. The fact of the matter is Transformers, it seems that the reason a lot of people hate this series is because, or hate Michael Bay, and for the most part, I don't have a problem with Michael Bay. For the most part, he has made movies that I've enjoyed. Are they full of plot and surprises and plot twists and crazy shit like that? No. He is your typical action director. But the problem is that he's kind of behind his time. Like, What I'm trying to say is, if Michael Bay had been making these kinds of movies in the 80s, and I'm not talking about all the CGI, just the fact that he likes so much action and so much explosion, he would be probably, everybody would be in love with him. Because that was the big deal back in those days, where now people, audiences change, viewers have changed. So he's just kind of, I think that's why I enjoy him, because I grew up watching those kind of movies, Beverly Hill Cop, all the Schwarzenegger movies, Stallone, early Steven Seagal when he was actually cool instead of what he is now. Those kinds of movies are that's kind of Michael Bay's style, only he throws a lot of CGI into it and stuff like that. But, look, I'm looking forward to this. If nothing else, the Dinobots. And from what I saw in the trailer, I think Grimlock looks fantastic. I don't have an issue with Optimus Prime riding him, and that sounds so unkosher. But, the whole scene where people are like, oh, why is he on top of so what? I mean, is it really that serious? I mean, they're collaborating and they're uniting to fight a greater evil, I guess. I mean, sometimes it's just good to go into a movie, turn off your brain, and enjoy. And that's what this is. Do I expect a great plot in this movie? No. Do I expect a lot of explosions, some good robot action, and a halfway mediocre, decent performance by the actors? Yes, and I'm okay with that. I really am. I really am. Not every movie for me has to be like mind-bending, or not every movie for me has to be suspenseful. Sometimes I don't want to have to think. Sometimes I don't want to have to just sit there and go, wow, I just want to see, wow, eye candy, explosions, robots. And you know what? At the end of the day, no matter how much, and this is just for me, no matter how much they change Optimus Prime look, he still has some resemblance to his original form. And once you hear Peter Cullen talk, it's all over. Everything you see goes away, because that voice means so much. And that's why I don't think they'll kill Optimus Prime in this movie. I think it'll be just it just wouldn't be a smart move. I think Optimus Prime lives on as long as this series lives on. Quite frankly, I think he's the only one carrying the series at this point. So, but you know what? We're going to do more Transformers talk going forward. I'm really, really excited about this movie. I'm really looking forward to it. I do hope there's a trailer tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't heard a whole lot of talk, so I could be wrong. But it is listed on Alberta, so maybe we'll get it this weekend. One way or another, we're going to be getting another trailer soon for Transformers, so we'll look forward to that. Once it's all out there, I'll do a review. Until then, guys, that's it for this video. We will start talking more Transformers more often. That's another blockbuster movie, and we will start discussing some other movies as well, like Spider-Man and X-Men. Captain America is right around the corner, so that should be a lot of fun to discuss. So you can look for those videos going forward in the future. Until then, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just do entertainment. Take it easy.